iPhone 8 launch date delayed, report. October launch date? The Chinese language publication Economic Daily News suggests that the launch of the iPhone 8 could be pushed back to either October or November, citing supply chain issues. An increasing proportion of iPhone components are manufactured in China, and Economic Daily News has a reasonable record in delivering unique Apple titbits already. And the publication suggests that technical issues related to the lamination process of curved OLED panels could pose significant difficulties for Apple, which would prompt the Californian corporation to delay the release of its most important product. OLED challenges. Apple may also have problems getting hold of the requisite number of with the technology largely anticipated to feature in the next generation mobile. Reports have suggested that Apple is already attempting to acquire with the intention of including them in the iPhone 8 later this year. Sources close to the Apple supply chain provided this information to Nikkei Asian Review, with the publication noting that the large order number suggests that Apple expects the iPhone 8 to be a massive seller. Nonetheless, this will obviously be the first time that Apple adopts OLED technology for inclusion in its iPhone range, which could be challenging for the corporation, while the Cupertino-based tech firm is also expected to produce the first ever curved screen iPhone this year. This represents a significant overhaul of the iPhone concept, and this could mean scheduling is even more challenging for the consumer electronics giants than usual. 95 million units. Analysts believe that Apple may produce 95 million iPhone 8 units in 2017. As it looks to meet what may be heightened demand. Ironically, its great rival Samsung will be intimately involved in the plans for the iPhone 8, with Apple intending to utilize the Korean corporation as a major supplier. Although Samsung has been using this technology for many years, it is thought that the availability of OLED may be problematical. Samsung naturally intends to utilize OLED displays in future device releases, while Apple is also demanding a quite significant number. This adds up to a challenging supply chain environment for the California company, and one which East Asian sources believe could ultimately delay the iPhone 8. However, it should be said in mitigation that this is hardly the first time that a media report has suggested that an iPhone release could be delayed. Quite frequently such rumors emerge without anything ultimately coming of them, and Economic Daily News suggested the iPhone 6 would launch a month early, which turned out to be wide of the mark. But Apple is also expected to integrate new technology into the iPhone 8, with this release representing the 10th anniversary of the iPhone range. Analyst expectation is that Apple will produce something outstanding in order to mark this occasion, and the number of units seemingly being anticipated and ordered by the manufacturer does suggest that this conclusion is valid. Staggered release. If Apple pushes out the boat with the iPhone 8 and attempts to produce something revolutionary, then this will obviously create further challenges for the corporation, increasing the likelihood that the release date will indeed be pushed backwards. Another suggestion that has appeared in the media periodically is the idea that Apple could have a staggered release of 3 separate iPhone models in 2017. Many indeed believe that Apple will produce 3 separate devices in the calendar year, but whether the company would seriously consider releasing them at separate times remains to be seen. Previous iPhone releases have always been simultaneous, and it would be something of a surprise for Apple to hold back at least one model of the iPhone 8.